Alright, in this video we're going to practice graphing equations from slope-intercept form. So we're just going to do the first one together. Notice that it says y equals 2/3 x plus 1. So let's just remember this is the slope and this is the y-intercept. So every time you see an equation written in this format, the first thing that you should think about is first it's in slope-intercept form and what each part of the equation really means. So because this is number 1, right here is the slope, is the y-intercept. We're going to start with that. So +1, so go up +1 on your graph and put a dot. Once we have that, we're really done with this. We don't really use this again. Now we're focused on the slope. And the slope's 2/3, and it's positive, so that means we're going to rise 2 and run 3. So starting from the point at +1, let's run first. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and it's a little bit hard to see. Oops. Let's start over. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and there's my point. Okay, I don't really need my point yet, but I'm going to leave it there for a little bit, and then I got to go up 2. So 1, 2. So I'm going to put a point there. Now these points down here don't really exist. I just needed to mark my place so that I knew how far I'd gone over. And with any 2 points, you can make a line. So then you just connect those 2 points, and it passes through O. So the first one has been graphed. We're going to do 6 next. Notice that it's a negative slope. So that means that we're going to be falling. And notice that it has a y-intercept of +3. So let's do that first. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So our first point is at +3. So we're done with that. We don't really need that anymore. Because it's a -3 over 2, I'm going to be falling 3 and running 2. And it doesn't matter which one I do. I could fall first and then run, or run first and then fall. It doesn't matter. You can choose whichever way you want to do it. But just make sure you're running 2 and falling 3. So let's go ahead and run first. So we'll go 1, 2. So we ran 2. Now let's fall 3. So 1, 2, 3. So the next point is actually going to be right here. And I'm going to erase my other dots so there's my 2 points, and I'm just going to draw a line through it if I can. Oh, that's a bad line. But it passes through H. And notice that it's going downhill like a ski slope because it's negative. If it were a positive, it would be going uphill. Alright, the last one we're going to do is number 9, and then you can do the rest by yourself. So notice number 9 is a little different because it does not have anything right here. There's no number there. So what happens is automatically it's a 0. So what that tells me is my first point is right on 0. And again, I don't really need it anymore. I have my first point. My slope is positive, so that means I'm going to be rising 5 and running 3. And it doesn't matter which one I do. Let's do the run first. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to rise 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 up here. And again, I'm just going to erase my dots. There's my 2 points, and I just connect them. And there's my line, and it passes through A. So the rest of them I want you to do by yourself, and when you're done, of course, raise your hand and ask me any questions that you have, but when you finish, go ahead and raise your hand and let me look at it.